What is up, breath of fresh air? I'm Patrick. Well, first of all, I'm getting my Shortie in late this week. It's been a crazy week for me, so I just letting you know, Shortie's been getting in late, and Charles, my apologies, sir. To tell you I'd get this in earlier, but I did not, so I apologize. But here we go. Let's get into it. I'm Patrick. I'm gonna be your host for today, and got a pretty interesting topic for me anyway. I hope y'all enjoy it, but before we get started, y'all got some work to do before I get into my work. So smash that subscribe button, leave us some comments, feedback, let us know what we're doing, good, bad, ugly, don't matter. We always love the comments, we always love the feedback and always talk about the comments. All right, with that being said, let's jump right into it. MLB, you're under the microscope. Let's get it. All right, so we're going to talk about this crazy statistic that I think is pretty interesting. The amount of no-hitters in baseball. Now, I got my notes up here, so I will be reading my notes, but it's crazy what's happening. So back on April 14th, Carlos Rendon threw the first no-hitter of the season. Then I think the next one was, April 9th was the first no-hitter by Joe Musgrove. Then April 14th, Carlos Rendon threw a no-hitter. April 25th, which I guess is MLB's unofficial no-no, came from Madison Bumgarner against the Atlanta Braves on April 25th, which only lasts 7 innings. So officially in MLB, they're considering it to not be counted against a no-hitter because it didn't go the full 9 innings. That truthfully has been a rule in MLB for many, many years. So yes, technically they got it right. It is not a no-hitter, but to me, I'll tell you, a no-hitter through 7 is a no-hitter through 7. I mean, it's a no-hitter. A no-no is a no-no, and that ended the game because I think it was a doubleheader that day, and that game only lasted 7 innings. But with that being said, to me, it was a no-no. It is what it is. And then just a few nights ago, I can't think of his name. I think his name, Wade Miley, threw the 4th no-hitter, 3rd officially, 4th no-hitter this season. Now, with that being said, you have to understand that we are only 20% through this season, and we already have 3, unofficially 4 no-hitters. That's amazing because the highest amount of no-hitters that we've ever had in a single season is 8. Back in 1884. Dang, that was a long time ago, and that was 8. We're 20% through the season, and we already got 4 unofficially. 3 officially, but 4. I'm gonna call it 4 because it's 4. And I think we've had several. I gotta look at my notes. Give me a second. We've had several no-hitter, several seasons that we've had 7 no-hitters back in 1990, 1991, and 2012. So, it's crazy, man. I think we're on pace for a good. I think we're going to break the record this year. I think it's going to be somewhere between 8 and 10 no-hitters because I do think the hitters will settle in at some point during the season and start putting bats on balls. Well, you know, I do think so. Because you have to understand, last season, I mean, these guys haven't played a full season since 2019, and then we had 2020, where it was a more fast-paced season where there was a lot of double headers because they had to get 60 games in literally 70 days or something like that, just so that they could get the playoffs. So those hitters weren't, 60 games is don't get me wrong, 60 games, by the time you hit your stride, season's over. You know what I mean? Now you have to come down from that stride, and then you have to pick up your season regular back as normal. So with that being said, I do feel the hitters will start coming around, but some interesting statistics on this, which is what's leading to all of these no-hitters, is I mean, it's like check some of these stats out that I had to pull up, because this was crazy. I never anticipated the amount of stats that I have seen throughout this. I mean, like, we're looking at, where did I go? So the league batting average right now is a 234. Now, a lot of factors go into this, especially with the nowadays shifts that they put on. Hitters, they all they want to do is they just want to trot the bases. So you're looking at more pulled hitters. You're looking at shifts that has caused. So this is a cause of the drop in batting averages. But that's at an all-time low. The current strikeout rate is 24.3, which is going to break another record if it stays on pace this way. And the strikeout has increased every year for the past 15 years. It has increased the amount of strikeouts. It is, again, because people are trying to, every batter that you get up there is either trying to pull it, and no matter who you are, you hear me all the time saying, well, Charles said this, if Bryce Harper would stop trying to pull it, he would add 50 points to his batting average, which he done one year. He literally done. He actually added 48, not quite 50, but Charles was really pretty much on point with that. Just stop trying to pull the ball. Just put the ball in play and let the, so to speak, let the ball fall where it may. You know what I mean? Who's Freddie Freeman? He's a pull hitter. If that's all he does is pulls the ball. And I don't know if it's due to bat speed or anything like that, but I can tell you Bryce Harper is a very good hitter, and I give him a lot of grief. I do, because I don't like him as a person, but because he's a very he just seems like a very, I'm not going to get into that, but he's a great hitter. He really is. And if he would stop trying to pull the ball and go opposite field, like Charles said, he'll add 50 points to his batting average, which will make him a phenomenal hitter. But people know that they can put third base right behind second base, and second base or shortstop right beside him, and second base right there, and first base, all he has to do is just play on the bag. You've taken everything that you could possibly take away from Bryce Harper as far as a ground ball. And then you got left field that's in center, and so they just play him literally on the shift. So if he goes down the opposite field line, he would put 50 points on his batting average. Charles was right, and I'll give him that. But no, it's a pool league, and that's the reason why batting averages are down. And it's across the board, everybody. It's the reason why everybody's wondering why Ronald Acuna is doing so well at his batting average. The reason why Mookie Betts is doing so good. The reason why Mike Trout is doing so good is because they don't rely on the pull ball. They don't pull the ball everywhere. They put the ball in play. So you can't play any of those on a shift. You can, but you're going to end up getting burnt because they are willing to go opposite field. But a few more stats, which is crazy. The current batting average is at a lowest for as of 30 years. That's another thing that I thought was crazy. But all of this is going to lead to higher strikeouts. They're going to lead to what I'm waiting for is the juiced pitchers. A couple of years ago, we had juiced balls because home runs were flying out like crazy. Now we don't have home runs flying out like crazy, and it's not because the diameter of the ball is any different. It's just everybody's pulling the ball. And pitchers have adapted to it, so they stay away. And it's causing more strikeouts. They stay away. They stay low. And batters are still trying to pull the ball, and that's the reason why we're having more strikeouts. It's the reason why we're having more no-hitters. It's because batters are not willing to go opposite field. They're not willing to make the adjustment. So if you're not willing to make an adjustment, pitchers are just going to sit there and pitch you away and down and away. pitch you sliders, pitch you curves. They're not going to dish you out any fastballs that's over the plate. They're not going to leave anything hanging. They're not going to do any of that stuff. They're going to play to your weakness that you are giving them because they know you're going to go opposite, or you're going to pull the ball and not go opposite field. With that being said, why do you expect that the amount of no-nos are going to go up? Like I said, there's 4 this season, and we're only 20% through the season. Teams are like 15 and 15, 17 and 15, and we already got 4. So, with that being said, batters, it's up to you. You want to change the game. It's your turn to change the game. Pitchers have now changed the game. They're leading in strikeouts. They're leading in ground balls. Batting averages are at all-time lows. Since of 30 years, they're at all-time lows. So, batters, when are y'all going to step up to the plate and go opposite field? That's on y'all. So, don't be mad when everybody's talking about, oh, they got juiced pitchers out there. No, don't be mad. Don't be mad. Because they're not juiced pitchers. They're not doing anything different. I am sitting here watching all of these pitchers. They pitch 89, 90 mile an hour fastballs. All they're doing is just lowing away. And you're still trying to pull. So that's on you. Anyway, that's what I'm breathing on. Let us know what you think about the shifts, juiced arms, no hitters, and why batters will not go opposite field for whatever reason. Anyway, leave us some comments, feedback. Let us know what we're doing good, bad, ugly. Don't matter. And until next time, I'm out.